Hey everyone, I would like to kick off this amazing new year 2022 with something very different than what I normally would do. I decided that since over the years I've been watching videos on YouTube about people showing off their video collection of certain TV show series, and I thought today, for a change of pace, I would like to share with you my entire VHS and DVD collection of a TV series of Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine was a really good TV show series I enjoyed watching ever since when I was very little, and I still like to watch it to this day at age 23. And since I love trains, Thomas the Tank Engine is a train show with trains and, very good stories and stuff, and that's why I've kept them all still to this day. So I tried to sort these out by oldest to newest, the best as I could. So let's just get right into it. The first one here is the very first release that was made back in the mid-'80s. Thomas Gets Tricked. And here's the back. And the tape. Obviously, I'm living in Canada, so most of these copies you'll see are the Canadian copy, and this is what Canadian copy tapes look like from the TV show series. Next one is James Learns a Lesson. Here's the back. Hopefully you guys can see all this okay. And the tape. It's pretty good condition. It's pretty old though. I've had it for a very long time. Both of those two you saw. Next one is Better Late Than Never. This is my first copy. I actually have two copies of these. It's the back. And the tape. And the second copy of it, you'll notice is a lot different than the one you just saw. This is the other copy. As if you notice, you see Thomas there, not Duck. In the back, pretty much almost looks the same. And the tape, obviously, is still the exact same print. And the same narrator too. My first thought was it was George Carlin narrating, but they're both Ringo Starr ones. So the next one is Thomas Breaks the Rules. The back and the tape. Most of these tapes I found in thrift stores over the years, in case you're curious to know where I found most of them. Next one is, I don't have a case for it, Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon. I got this tape randomly at a thrift store over in Duncan, BC, a couple of years ago now, and it just came as this. It didn't come with its case, so that's okay. The next one is an extremely rare one, very hard to find. It's actually a UK release. It's called Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Playtime, Stories, Sing-Along Songs, and Things to Make and Do. This is what it looks like. I found this again at a thrift store in Duncan, more recently, probably just last summer. This is the back of it. And again, this is very rare. I never thought I could find anything like this, to be honest. But the tape itself is actually, it looks like a UK tape, but it's actually a pre-recorded tape, homemade style tape. If it was the original one, I'll bet you it wouldn't play on my VCR, because apparently I've learned that when you play United Kingdom release VHS tapes or DVDs, it just won't play for some reason, or play properly. I don't know why that is. So Yeah, but at least that one works so well. And it's pretty rare to even watch it. Like, it's interesting. The next one is Thomas's Christmas Party. I've been wanting this one for a very long time. Got this off of eBay over a year ago, year and a half ago now. The tape. When I got this one, it actually came in a VHS lot, so I got multiple other TV show ones, including this one was included. So that was a pretty good, decent deal. Next one is Trust Thomas. This one is more common to find around here in this country. The tape. Next one is Daisy. There's the back. I didn't really play this one too much, so it's in good condition though. For a very old release, it was released, I believe it was in early 90s. 1992, I think it was, when that one was released. Next one is Thomas Gets Bumped. And the tape. I like the cover. I like the white color of it. All right, next one is James Goes Buzz Buzz. I find it funny how there's a little red nose on James there. Imagining him as a reindeer. Oh, the back looks like this. The tape. Next one is, I have 2 copies of these. Thomas and his friends help out. Here's the tape. Both of these copies are the Canadian copy. And here's my other copy. Same thing. Nothing different about it. Next one is The Gallant Old Engine. It's very rare to find this one in Canada. It's probably more easier to find it in the United States. But I was actually lucky to find this at a Salvation Army in Duncan. So, never found anything else like that years ago at all. Next one is Thomas Meets the Queen. Again, this one is not very common to find either. And I got it at the same place also, Salvation Army in Duncan, BC. It's pretty good condition. Next one, now we're in the more newly designed series. Sing Along in Stories, 1995. This is the newer release of it. There is an older copy of this, but I do not have it. And this one is the American copy print. As you can see, there's no HGV on this tape. So I know right away this was released in America, not Canada. Next one is no sleeve of it. 10 Years of Thomas the Tank Engine. Randomly came without a case off of eBay from the United States, of course. Alright, next one. I have 2 copies of it. I have Cranky Bugs, 1999. And this one is the Canadian print. As you can see, again, the HGV. I know right away it's the Canadian copy. And this is my older copy of Cranky Bugs. And this is the American copy. So the front and back is the same, but the tape print, as you can tell, is a lot different. Next one is more of my second favorite one I liked growing up when I was a kid. Races, Rescues, and Runaways. Also 1999. The Canadian copy of it. And the next one is same thing, but this time it's the American copy. And here's to prove it. Got it off of eBay a while ago. The Canadian one I had for a very long time, but the American one I got off eBay in a VHS lot. And I have 2 copies of the next one, Spills and Chills. This was a Canadian copy, released in 2000. And the second copy is the exact same thing. Again, another Canadian one. The reason I had a second one, just like Thomas and his friends help out and that, is because I have an extra copy for whenever I'm at my mom and dad's. So if I ever am bored at their house, I can watch Thomas the Tank Engine and not have to worry about bringing one from this house, my house here. So that's why, in case you're asking why, I have 2 copies of the exact same thing. And my favorite part now we're at my most favorite VHS show I've always liked to watch ever since when I was very little. I would watch it over and over. It was Make Someone Happy. This is my older tape. Didn't come with a case. And just my most favorite one. I just like the stories and the song on it. Here's a better copy of it. This is the American copy of Make Someone Happy. Case is kind of wearing off on the top here. The back. I just have a few extra copies of it because it's a precious one to me. Ever since, like, you know, I can remember in Christmas 2001 watching the family videos, and there I was watching this video over and over again. And this one, you're not going to believe what this one is like. So the front and back obviously are the same, but here's the kicker. I got it on a blue tape. Very rare to find. I got this off eBay, and when I saw it on the blue tape, I just had to get it. It's very precious, and it's my favorite tape, so I had to keep this one on a blue tape also. Alright, next one is the 2000 release of Thomas Comes to Breakfast. This was more released in the mid-90s, but I don't have the older copy. So I was lucky enough to get the newer copy off eBay a couple years ago now. And it's the American copy, of course. It's very rare to find this on the Canadian copy, so if you ever have a Canadian copy of this one with the HGV logo on the tape print, you're very lucky to have it. Next is the 2000 release also of Thomas and His Friends Get Along. again around the mid-90s when it first released, just a later release. Once again, American copy. And if you're a Thomas the Tank Engine lover, you have to have this, the movie, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Of course I have this movie. It's a very good movie. This is actually the American release. I used to have the Canadian release a long, long time ago, but I gave it away for some reason. But what's different about the American one is this is a Columbia TriStar home video release. The Canadian one was released by Alliance Pictures logo instead of Columbia TriStar. And it never came in a label print, the Canadian one. The American one was made as a label with the paper label. Next one is Thomas Christmas Wonderland 2000. So some of it's from Thomas's Christmas Party, like I showed you earlier, but there's some newer ones on it too. It's American copy. I used to have the Canadian copy years ago, but I lost it. I don't know where it went. I think I donated it by accident. Next one is the 2001 release of James Learns a Lesson. Looks a lot different than the first copy I showed you near the beginning of the video. I think the Canadian one looks the exact same as this, but I don't think so. I think it's completely different. But I can't remember. Next one is Thomas's Trackside Tunes, again from 2001. This is the American release. I like this one a little better than Sing Along and Stories because there's better tunes on it and all that. Next one. Now we're getting to the kind of, I don't know how you could say it, but from 2002 now. Salty Secret. And there's the tape. I think most of these that I found are all American releases. Next one is the 2002 release of Trust Thomas. As you can see, the front and back are a lot different than the older copy I showed you earlier. And it's the American copy. Next one is, again from 2002, the release of Thomas and the Special Letter. I don't have the older copy of this one though. I just have this newer release one. American copy also. Next one is Percy's Chocolate Crunch. Got this as, I believe it was a birthday present. A couple years ago on my birthday. And this is the standard copy. I think the American and the Canadian ones were the exact same print. It's in good condition too. It looked like it's pretty much mint condition. Next one is James and the Red Balloon. It's very rare to find it on a VHS, so if you're lucky enough to see one on eBay, then you got pretty lucky there. It's easier to find it on DVD than VHS. The tape. Again, this is kind of the standard print from any country, Canada or the United States. Next one is the 2003 release of Thomas Gets Bumped. Got this at a Value Village in Coquitlam, BC. And it's actually the American copy. It's interesting to find it in a Canadian style thrift store, surprisingly. Next is Thomas's Snowy Surprise. Some of it's from the previous Christmas tapes I showed you earlier, but there are a few newer ones, but not as many new ones. It's the last Christmas one I have on VHS in my collection. Next one is Thomas and the Jet Engine, 2004. Again, this is not common to find on a VHS, and they would be pretty damn expensive if you find it on eBay. And this is the standard print. Next one is 2004 New Friends for Thomas. Now it's getting to the more newer type of series before CGI was invented. This is now where Michael Brandon, I believe, narrates. Next one, the final one on my VHS collection, is Steamies versus Diesels. This one doesn't get played too much. I'm not a huge fan of the newer series with Michael Brandon. Sometimes, occasionally, I'll watch the newer ones. I'm more into the older ones, though. Okay, now we're into the DVD collection. We'll start off the DVD collection with, I have the entire Best Of series, Best of Thomas. The discs are pretty unique. They're pretty much all the exact same, with each character narration picture is different on each disc. Just like this one, Best of Percy. These are pretty cheap to find. Like, if you find one on eBay like this, it's pretty cheap. Even in a thrift store, where I found most of these DVDs are actually from thrift stores here in my city, hometown, Nanaimo. Best of James. The last of the Best Of is Best of Gordon. Gordon sure is a powerful steam engine. Alright, next one is the 2004 release of Thomas and His Friends Get Along. Normally, I'll just have these extra copies on DVD, just in case if I ever go on vacation. Because my parents have a portable DVD player, and I have my laptop where I can play discs on them. So it never hurts to have the DVD copy also. This one is I think it's 2004 or 2005 release of James Learns a Lesson. I think that's right. I think it's 2005. It's hard to say. The disc, though, looks a lot different. Looks a little newer style release. By looking at this image, it looks a little different. Next one is the 2006 release of Thomas Percy and the Dragon. Now this I have the case for, but the VHS I do not. But this is more of the newer release anyways, so. Next one is the 2006 release of Sing Along and Stories. Next one is the 2007 release. Oh no, 2006, sorry. A little bit ahead there. Of Thomas Gets Bumped. Most of these DVDs are all in pretty good condition. And like I said, I rarely use the DVD copies unless if I'm on vacation. 2006 release of Thomas's Halloween Adventures. This one used to be sold at, I remember when I got this brand new at Future Shop many years ago. Next one is the 2007 release of Thomas and the Special Letter. Next one is the 2007 copy of Percy's Ghostly Trick. I wish I had this on a VHS, but I do not, unfortunately. If I ever see a VHS copy of this, I'm going to totally get it for sure. But it was easy enough to find it on a DVD disc. All right, next one is Cranky Bugs. Released in 2002. Oops. Next one is 2002 copy of Races, Rescues, and Runaways. The disc. Next one is 2002 release of Spills and Chills. And of course, my next one is, I gotta have this on DVD also. My favorite, Make Someone Happy. Have to have this on DVD also. Totally makes sense. And this is the 2002 release also. So easy to find these in thrift stores. I've seen them in multiple different thrift stores over the last several months. Next one is Percy's Chocolate Crunch. Here's the disc. Released the same year as the VHS in 2003. Next one is a newer style release of Thomas's Snowy Surprise. This disc was actually released in 2014, which you're surprised to why that is, and I'll show you the disc. Look at this disc. If you look closely, it's a Universal burn print with the newer Universal logo on it from 2014 to present. And I was surprised to see it like that. I'm not sure why it was made extra that year. I really don't know why, but I thought that was interesting. Next one is New Friends for Thomas. Disc. Next one is Hooray for Thomas. Hopefully I could find this on a VHS one day, but they're pretty expensive to find if you find it on eBay. But I'm not into going on eBay anymore, so I'll have to be lucky in a thrift store one day if that ever happens. And same thing with this next one. Hopefully I find it on a VHS one day, but I have it on the DVD. Percy Saves the Day. It's more common to find this on a DVD than VHS, and this was probably the last, I think second to last, that this one was made on VHS. But I don't have the last one that was ever made on the VHS, unfortunately. Next one is Track Stars. The case is not really in good shape, but I got it at a thrift store in Burnaby. There we go. Burnaby, BC. There's so many good thrift stores around Burnaby and Vancouver there, so it's pretty nice to go there. Next one is It's Great to Be an Engine. Next one is Thomas's Sodor Celebration. Next one is an extremely rare find, a UK DVD of the complete season 8 series of the series. But unfortunately, this one wouldn't play on my DVD player or my laptop for some reason. But this is the disc. Maybe I don't know why, but maybe United Kingdom release it just for their country only or something. I don't know how that works. Hopefully someone could help me with that one day with tips. Now we're getting to the more newer style prints. Percy Takes the Plunge. I can't remember what's on these ones. Looks like older episodes, but I just can't remember what were on it. But this was a newer release. Oops. Yeah. Few more to go. Next one is The Greatest Stories on a few DVD sets. There's 2 discs. They range from the old to newer series. Now we're into the CGI ones. I don't think I ordered them correctly in the right history. A Very Thomas Christmas. Next one is Schoolhouse Delivery. I didn't really play this one too much. I think I only played it once. Once at the most, I should say. And the last one is a Big Adventure DVD pack. With all those series on it. Oops. These are all the discs. So that's my entire DVD collection. I hope you all enjoyed those and think that they're cool. I'll see you guys in my next video, which probably will be more music related stuff. But yeah, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.